Anthony through to the second round, 10-7 win over Liam Highfield. How would you sum up that performance?
Performance, not a great standard, I don't think, from either of us. Hell of a lot of mistakes, hell of a lot of missed pots. My positional play was so bad. But my safety play was pretty good, so yeah, at least I've got something to hold on to. Yeah.
That's always been the strength of your game, and do you feel like when the break building is not kind of flowing, you can always rely on that to keep you in the match at least?
Yeah. I'm not the best break builder in the world, but my break building is pretty good. Like, you know, I've had matches here where I've really turned it on type of thing, and so I know I can score. But yeah, my safety is always, probably even since I was a young kid, was always kind of the best part of my game. So it helped me out today.
You've talked a lot in the past about how much you just enjoy just being at the Crucible and just almost kind of being like a kid and just trying to just enjoy the experience of being here. Were you able to do that in that
Yeah,
match?
definitely. First two frames I was really nervous, which is strange because in the weeks and days leading up to this tournament, I didn't have any nerves at all thinking about this tournament. But then first two frames, man, it hit me. But after that, I just really enjoyed it. You know, things like Ukraine and all that sort of put it into perspective. I think it's a game of snooker at the end of the day. It's great if you can win it, but if the worst thing to happen to you is losing a game of snooker, things are all right. So yeah, that's my kind of attitude right now.
Is that kind of an attitude which you try to take into every match and every tournament?
Yeah. Just it doesn't. It'd be great to do well, and I'm trying my best. I'm trying my absolute best, but I'm not gonna. I used to really get wound up when I lost and all that, and it would affect me for days and weeks and all that. And just too mature for that now.
Yeah, and obviously you've had some great runs here in the past. When you get here and you start playing and you get over those few butterflies to start with, do you feel like this is kind of a great environment, a great place for you to play snooker?
Oh, it's brilliant. You can't beat it. Can't beat it. You know, it's a Crucible. Every time I'm out there, I just think of all the moments that happened. I know I say it all the time, but I just always think of Davis and all that, and Ronnie Sullivan made that break, and John Higgins done this. And brilliant place to be. Brilliant.
Where do you stand on the debate in terms of the Crucible, the long-term future, whether it should stay here long-term?
No, it should stay 100%. I don't see. I think it's my understanding of it. The people who are calling for it to move, basically, it's purely down to money, and it's like because they can get more revenue somewhere else or bigger. But my answer to that is this doesn't need to be the World Championship. It's going to probably sound daft, but it doesn't need to be the biggest tournament. You can have other tournaments at different venues and bigger revenue and more corporate and all this, but just keep the World here. Even if other tournaments exceed it in terms of finance and stuff like that, ranking points and stuff, just keep the World here. This is the World.
Just going back to your game, you're going to go back up to Glasgow now, get some practice in with Stephen Maguire. He came through a tough match against Sean Murphy last night. Does the fact that you're both through to the second round, can you maybe like kind of buzz off each other a little bit and try and work together towards the second round?
Yeah, definitely, because well, from both our point of views, we would just be going into practice basically on our own now for the next few days before we come back down. So at least now we can, we've got each other to practice with, and rather than just going in and hitting balls about for a couple of hours and getting bored, we've got each other now to have a few good practice sessions with and get in a good shape for the weekend.
Will you be mainly focusing on that break building positional play, trying to improve that a little bit?
Yeah, well, we'll just play games against each other, and I think the more you play, the more everything comes together, and that's what I'm hoping is going to happen.
Well done today, Anthony.
Thank you.